Hello, this is Eric from AD Racing Central. As we all know, there are numerous realistic racing games, and then there are numerous super futuristic racing games like Wipeout and F-Zero and so on. But what there are not a lot of are the games that fall in between this spectrum. That is where Xenon Racer comes into the picture. A futuristic car racing game. Xenon Racer has a very arcadey feel to its gameplay, but the presentation suggests that you're taking part in a futuristic racing event, featuring cars that may actually exist in the near future. I'm gonna play a couple of races and show you what the game is all about. Let's get started. Alright, the game is booted up, and here's one of my rides rotating in the background. The vehicle design in this game is quite unique, I have to say. But I'll show you the customization momentarily. We're gonna jump straight into a race. We're gonna do a race in Boston Port, because this game features real-world locations. I've never been to Boston, but I would assume that it looks a bit like this, at least.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
And off we go. Here you can see the audience. Like I mentioned before, the presentation of this game, it really sells that this is an actual car competition. Be it with cars that doesn't exist yet, of course. But I really feel that the cars look like they could exist in a future not so far away. Alright, so what about the gameplay of this game? To be honest, there really isn't anything remarkable about the gameplay. The game has this arcade drifty feeling that you get from a Need for Speed game, for example. And it feels good, but like I mentioned, it's nothing really remarkable. You also have an ERS system that I can't remember what it is short for, but it's essentially you accumulating boost when you drift in the corners. So we can show you a boost here. So you have, at least on this car, you have 3 batteries that contains the boost. And when you drift, you accumulate kinetic energy to charge the boost meter. It's been done before, but it works in this game. Here we're coming up on the straight for the finish line. But what stands out the most, like I mentioned before, would have to be the visual presentation. And we are talking in the same way that Wipeout stands out. I mean, it's not just about the design of the vehicles, it's the design of the menus, it's the music, it's everything that comes together. And there really aren't a lot of games like this, I have to say. I have been looking, but I have not found them, at least. So if you know about the game similar to Xenon Racer, a futuristic car racing game, then please let me know in the comments. When I play this game, I think a lot about the intro to Wipeout 2048, where you sort of go through racing vehicles throughout history. And then once they get into the future, they don't quite get into anti-gravity vehicles immediately. They get to these futuristic looking racing vehicles that every time I watch that intro I feel like, man, there should be a game where I could drive these vehicles. And I would have to say that Xenon Racer is the game that comes closest to that. And it's relatively easy to bump into walls here, so perfecting your drifting skills is very important to be successful. And this game is also quite challenging. Alright, boosting up on the last straight here. And that was the 3rd place, but now we're going to show you the customization. Let's jump into the garage. Okay, let's select the garage. And let's select a vehicle. There are a couple that I have unlocked, but there are even more that I haven't unlocked. So unlocking vehicles is one of the most exciting things in this game, because like I mentioned before, I think it looks super cool. Let's pick a vehicle and we can customize it. For example, this one. We select the vehicle. The body mask is sort of the main livery of the car. And once you select that, you can customize all the different colors of all the different parts of the livery. So there's a lot of customization going on here. You can make the car look more or less the exact way you want it to. There's a lot of stuff to delve deep into here. You can select the tires, the ones you have unlocked, and also select the colors of the tires. And these little stripes on the tires as well. You have these wings that you unlock as well. I have just one unlocked right now, and there are wings and spoilers and back wings and so on. So a lot of customization, but let's do another race. we're gonna take a bit trip to Canada and Lake Louise Forest. And for this race we're gonna pick this sassy orange vehicle that I customized to my liking. So I want to show us this track because it looks completely different from the last one. It's not just urban settings in this game. And my car just transformed. I just realized I forgot to show that in my customization showcase. There's one performance customization that you can make, and that is completely locked to the boost. You can select the type of ERS boost that charges fast but doesn't boost you all that much, or one that charges slow but boosts you a lot. Let's do a double boost here over the bridge. Okay, that physics felt a bit wonky, I'd say, but apparently driving physics is one of the hardest things to do in a racing game. Let's pick a good racing line, stay outside before we enter the corner. Yeah, I'm not sure what type of engines these cars are supposed to use. I mean, futuristic racing games usually go with some kind of electric or at least hybrid engine. But in the intro it looked like it was pistons that moved inside the actual engine. And that would suggest some type of combustion engine. But maybe it's eco-friendly fuel. Because the sound doesn't really sound like a combustion engine. But then again, electric engines usually make more or less no sound at all. What is also worth mentioning is that this game is on sale right now for I think 2 more days on the PlayStation Store, of course. I think this is a multi-platform game that is available everywhere, but if you own a PlayStation and you like what you see, then go ahead and head over, after you watch this video of course, go ahead and go over to the PlayStation Store and purchase the game. Because it's quite a unique game that I think deserves some more attention. We need more games like this. Managed to blow myself up before the finish line, so we ended up 5th, but I'm quite happy with that race. That's a tricky track. So I hope you got a good look at Xenon Racer. A bit of a hidden gem, I have to say. And if you're a PlayStation Extra or Premium subscriber, then click on this video to watch the top 5 futuristic racing games available on the service. Thank you for watching. I am Eric from Major Racing Central, and I'll see you in the next video.